Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Waharakah Kodash. And double honors to the elder apostles of the great millstone that have taught me this truth. And the elder bishops on down through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai and Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Brakatham to the elect overall, the sincere among us. And I'm going to try to be as real brief and simple with this. Now, I'm responding to a video that the elder Apostle Tahar did concerning the general Nathaniel, which he's reconfirming or trying to reconfirm that the mark of the beast is something else. You know, they once said that the mark of the beast is referring to an embargo, and they've made other assumptions of what else it could very well be rather than what it actually is. And now in this current moment, now what they're trying to say is the mark of the beast, or the beast, is Nero. The image of the beast is Nero, right? That's what they're saying on here. But again, I just want to just simply break this down so that you can clearly see that this is not the case. So first and foremost, let's read Revelations 13. And we'll begin by reading verse 1 to verse 2. So as you have the head title, as it says, the beast from the sea. This is what John the Revelator saw, right? So as this reads, I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. Verse 2, and the beast which I saw was likened unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. So from verse 1 to verse 2, he's describing the same beast. Now, the term beast is associated with a kingdom. That's what the beast is associated with. It's associated with kingdoms. Now, just as well as John the Revelator witnessed as he got the revelation of the kingdom, Daniel received the same. All right. First, he received the vision of the kingdoms which would come. The vision of the 4 beasts. So if you go onto a website, you got certain websites of scholars that will break down to you what the 4 beasts represents. And what they're going to tell you, now they're going to go off on certain things, but what they're usually going to show you is the 4 beasts were referring to the kingdoms which would come after Belshazzar, the king of Babylon at that time. That's what you're going to find out, right? So there's no such thing as Nero being the beast. As this writes over here, which is what they're going to read. Everyone, rich and poor, slave and free, had to use this Roman currency marked with the image of Nero. So what they're trying to say is that Nero was the beast. But according to the Bible, especially on towards the Old Testament, primarily the book of Daniels, this ain't elaborating on men. This is elaborating on kingdoms. All right. The beasts represents the kingdoms. Okay. So the beast, that which was from the sea, same here, Revelations, in the book of Revelations 13, by John the Revelator himself. He saw a kingdom. That's what he saw. And the kingdom that we're now under is the revival of the ancient Roman system. All right. So now let's go and read Revelations 13 in verse 15 Um, yeah. So matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let me read this as well. We'll begin by reading verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. You know, which in this video, the Apostle Tahar says that that's talking about right now. And what it's really talking about is the two-party system, all right, which is operating right now under the Roman system that we are now newly under. Okay, the revival version of Rome, excuse me. That's what it's talking about. And he exercised of all of the power of the first beast before him. And he caused of the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed, which is Rome. So how did Rome do business? Or let's just say, let me use another word. How did the Roman system govern the people? The same way we're being governed by right now. Now, one of the things which is in my mind that I want to throw out there is the fact that in Rome, you had the ability to vote. If you was part of the two-party system that was, or the party systems that they had, you had the plebeians, which I believe the plebeians were the working class. The patricians were the rich. All right. So these two parties would go and vote for their Caesar. And whoever casted the most votes, that's who would be the Caesar which would come into power. Isn't that the same thing that's happening right now? Yes, indeed, it is. So this Roman system that we're now under is exercising the same kind of power that the ancient Roman system did. Okay? It's the same system that's come back alive again. And he exercised of all of the power of the first beast, which is ancient Rome, before him, in cause of the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast. Right. So now, could you see back then, Rome didn't rule over the entire planet Earth. This Roman system is under the branch which is called NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Under the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, that's who's ruling everything. And not to forget to mention, excuse me, the banking elite. Okay? And he doeth great wonders, so that he make a fire come down from heaven on the earth and inside of men. They have those nukes, which are able to do those wonders. So now let's go down to verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, which is what they're trying to say, which is Nero. Okay. And in fact, it is not. Now, the image of the beast represents the new way of life that they're going to set up, which is basically the New World Order system. All right. The image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So again, they're trying to associate this with Nero. Now, and what I will say is this. See, this was a very sly move that the General Nathaniel did. All right. Now, if you're simple and you're in the IUIC church, you're going to look at this and be like, oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that connection. And result back to being a zombie again, that sedative state of mind. So you could result to being back in that sedative zombie state of mind and go back to sleep again. Right. That was a very sly try, man, to reinforce this. But realistically, you can't add or take away from the truth. The truth is the truth. Because the thing of it is, the elect understand the truth for what it is. To the pure, all things are pure. All right. That's as far as that goes. So yeah, it reads, and he caused of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So wait a minute. Nero did not insert the Roman currency in their right hand or in their forehead. He just conveyed that, look, everybody has to use the Roman currency mark with the image of Nero on it. That's all it says. It never said that he would be the one, because they're trying to say that Nero's the beast, right? So if he's the beast, wouldn't Wouldn't this very well be the case what I just read? To make sense of it, wouldn't that currency be in their right hand or in their foreheads? But we don't see that. So therefore, this is incorrect. Yeah, so let me read some more of this, man. And that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And again, as well as the apostle Tahar mentioned, if you look up that word mark, the word mark goes back to the word karax, which means to sculpt or to insert, something to insert into you. The word incision comes up, right? So how do you do incision? Meaning you have to basically put something under your skin. So what would make sense is that little implantable device that we keep letting you know about, which is indeed the mark of the beast. All right? The stamp of approval of the beast, not Nero. So that's all I have to say with this. I want to give all of the praise and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Rukak Radash, and double honor to the elder apostles of the great millstone that we got to thank Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for. Because, I mean, you know, you got these other men out here. Because these other guys, man, in these other camps, I mean, I tell you, boy, yo, these guys is truly gone. Way into the abyss. And that's all I got. With that, I'm closing. I say shalom.